Okay. Hey, Mamaritas.
Hello.
Welcome. I've missed you. I've missed doing this. We had a little break.
We had literally we had a little break.
A little break.
We missed last week and it was all my fault because I was having a an actual break and a mental break down. Um so yeah, I'm happy to be doing this week.
I'm very happy you're doing it this week. Do we want to talk about what happened last week?
Yeah, we're gonna
We
talk
we
about it.
discussed it a little bit, but I want to discuss it again.
I
You've
will
unlocked a new fear for me.
I
Just
will
saying that.
explain my absence
Mm-hmm.
because honestly, mentally, I couldn't do last week. I was like the whole week was out for me. So, Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
I was cleaning and I had a bit of a accident. I fell and connected my mouth with my countertop, knocked my front tooth out.
Mm.
And
Ow.
first of all, first of all, it was terrible. Second of all, my kids were there and they did not help.
No.
So I'm sitting here and I'm already obviously freaking out. Okay.
Y-
Because, like,
yeah.
you're like, oh my God, that hurt. But then you realize, oh shit, I don't have a tooth. Like,
Because the whole thing just popped
no,
right
I
out.
mean, like, piece went here, piece went here. It was like pieces of things. Okay. So I said, I was covering my mouth and I was like, I know I probably looked like someone had just died or like I just saw a ghost. And my kids were like, you good? And I was like, no, no,
No.
like I'm freaking out because obviously you're like, ow, but then I went like this. I run my tongue to my
Yeah.
front and I was like, oh, there's something missing. There is literally something missing. Okay. So the very first thing I do, other than freaking out, is I immediately go to my phone and I text my boss, I will not be at work tomorrow. I was like, I will not step foot out of this house. And so I'm freaking out. And then my child looks at me. First of all, they're kind of cackling a little bit because
No.
it's like, oh my God, you really knocked out your. No, literally, I'm missing a tooth. And then Isabella says, let me see. No, no one will ever see me without this tooth. I was like, no, I will keep my hand in front of my mouth forever. I'm not showing you. And then she proceeds to tell me, if you want to go to the bathroom and cry, that's okay.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
gosh.
shut up.
No.
So I literally go to my grandmother's house with my hand in front. I don't know what she's going to do for me, but I go to my grandma's house because I'm like, I need her to know. She's on the phone with her friends, George and Mary.
Mm-hmm.
They talk. They're married. They talk together. Whatever. So I've got my hand over my mouth and I was like, hang up the phone now. I need to talk to you. And she goes, George, Mary, can you hang on? My daughter needs to tell me something. And they said, yeah, Carmen. Click. She's hung up on him. And I'm like, okay, no, sorry, George. Sorry, Mary. You got to go because this is
Yeah.
an
This
emergency.
is an emergency.
Anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
I tell my grandmother, the first thing she does, well, let me take a picture.
Why?
Get out
Why
of
is
my
that
face,
the first
Carmita.
thing?
I'm freaking out. Get out of whatever. So we're looking up online, and the first thing it says is, don't panic. Well, I'm like,
Oh,
well, that ship has sailed. Okay. I am
too
in
late.
full panic mode.
As you should be.
Full panic mode. So I almost have to cry myself to sleep because I'm like, this is horrific. This is my worst nightmare right now. I cannot go out of this house without a front tooth. Okay, I'm not trying to be vain, but like I need my teeth. Okay, like
Well,
I need my teeth.
we all want our teeth. I felt so bad for you when you texted me that
No,
afternoon and told me what happened. I was like, are you for real right now? Like, just a small part of the tooth or
no,
the whole tooth? What are we
jack o'
talking about
lantern.
here?
I look like a whole jack o' lantern. Okay, so backing up a little bit, we had talked about recording the podcast on Tuesday
Mm-hmm.
because you had a work thing,
Mm-hmm.
and so we were going to do Tuesday. So I text you and I said, no, we will not until I have a tooth in my mouth. You will not see my face until there is something in my mouth. And you're like, oh my gosh, of course. No, this is totally fine.
Yeah, you had a legit excuse.
Completely understandable. And I was like, no, you think I'm going to sit here and record a podcast? First of all,
No.
I had a whole lisp. Like everything that I tried to say was like, I mean, I was just lisping. It was terrible. So there's no way I couldn't have done
I
anything.
mean, nobody wanted to listen to me with the squeaky voice a few weeks ago. So,
Listen, no one wants to listen to you with
nobody
your
wanted to listen
squeaky
to the
voice,
list.
and nobody wants to hear me speaking with a lisp. Like I'm sitting there going, I still have my front tooth. Okay, so I text you, and I'm like, no, we will not. You will not see me. So the
I
very
understood.
Monday morning, bright and early, I am at the dentist office. Right,
Mm-hmm.
I am speaking with my hand over my mouth, and I'm like, yeah, I need to see the, emergency, I need to see the dentist. So they work me in. I get back there, and the hygienist comes out and she says, oh, your insurance will pay for us to go ahead and get a full set of x-rays, so let's go do that. Okay, so I said, yeah.
Sure.
Mind you, I'm not looking at this woman, like, and I'm not opening my mouth.
No
She
making
asked
eye
me
contact.
how I was doing, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Um, she looks at me and says, so do you have a tooth that's bothering you? And I look at her, and I promise you, I go, yeah, the one that's missing. Full list and everything. I'm like, yeah, the one that's missing. And she looks at me, and oh, honey. I said, oh, God. And I said, yeah, she said that would have made me cry, but today I'm okay. And so I go in, and she says, no, it's okay. She said, I think we can build it up enough to where we can put a crown on it. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And so we're sitting there, and the dentist comes in. And I promise you, I don't know if like this was if I was just traumatized and I was being sensitive at this moment,
Yeah.
or if he actually said this, but I promise you, I think he came in and said, oh no, we knocked a front tooth out. And I said,
Oh
I said, did he actually
no.
say my front tooth? Like, or am I just traumatized and that's how I heard it? Am I being sensitive right now? Or did
Um,
he say our front tooth? And
I would have been like, come again?
I was
What?
like, that's a front tooth. And so
Oh no.
anyway, so super sweet. He's talking to, and he's like, oh no, it's gonna be just fine. We're gonna fix this. Now keep in mind, I understand. I just showed up with
Yeah.
no front tooth. Okay. I don't expect you to work miracles, and you're busy. I get it. He says, yeah, he said, we can definitely build it up and we can put a crown on it. He goes, do you mind if I schedule you to come back and do it? And I said, I don't mind, but when am I coming back? Because I gotta go to work tomorrow. And he goes, no, I promise you, we're gonna get you in fast. He was like, can you come tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning? I was like, yes, yeah, yes, absolutely. Go. I go in at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
It was wonderful. They put a temporary tooth in, a temporary crown in. Permanent is on its way. And I just keep having these visions of like this really bad permanent tooth. And I told you,
Yes, I've been put on notice.
if I go in there and this permanent tooth is horrible, we are knocking the rest of my teeth out. And I will get them to match, okay? Because I can't do this. I get not.
Look, we're gonna hope for the best. It's gonna match. It's gonna look great. I, I don't want you to knock the
I
rest of your
will
teeth out.
literally, I don't care what I have to do. I will knock my teeth out. And I would be like, now you got to fix them all. They all have to match. Just give me some dentures. It's fine.
Just give me the.
Just give me dentures. You know what? My grandma has some. They've lasted forever. She just soaks them in a cup. You know what? Sign me up for that, okay? Because
Oh my goodness.
I can't do this.
You can't. Oh,
So
I felt so bad, and I wasn't even worried about the podcast naturally, because I mean, I would not want to record a pod. Yeah, I wanted to record when I lost my voice, but
well,
like if I had been missing teeth, no way. Like I
no.
knew the only thing we could possibly do was the Halloween photo shoot, but that's because we had masks.
Yeah.
That's the only
Clearly
thing we could do.
put a mask on me. I'm fine.
But after the week you had, it was like, you know what? You decided to disconnect
well,
for a few days.
listen. I want to go ahead and say I'm sorry. I was a bitter bad. I was bad. I was so grouchy last week. And you're like,
You do not
well,
have to
you're like,
apologize for
well,
that,
wait,
though.
do you want to try to
Understandably.
record? I'm like, listen, Tanya, I literally just need a break, okay? I can't do this anymore. I'm disconnecting. And you're like, okay,
I know.
cool.
I was trying to be the supportive friend. I was like, okay, call me if you need me. No social media. Just your
Like,
bestie.
you're like, if you need
If
to
you need
vent,
to
I'm
vent,
here.
I'm here. Disconnect.
I'm literally like, you're like, okay,
Well,
well,
sometimes we need that,
you're
though.
like, well, we can just take the pictures. We have the mask. And you're like, and do you want to record? I was like, listen, I just need a moment, okay? Everyone needed something from me at work. I was
I get it.
my gums were bruised and sore, and I was just like, I need a moment.
No, I get it. Because I'm like, I know how I am. I'm just like the Energizer Bunny sometimes. I'm just like, okay, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going.
And you
You're
don't.
going to be okay.
I know you don't mean it, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, I can't. I need a moment.
I did have good
No,
intentions. I
you
was just
did.
like, well, do you want to just take pictures? Do you
Like,
want to do something?
because I was like, okay, well, maybe we can do. Because at this point, I mean, I have the temporary crown. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not super
But
noticeable.
your
It's
gums,
fine.
everything was still really sore and
But
bruised for a little
when
bit.
I would talk, the more
Mm-hmm.
I would talk, the more sore that it got,
Yeah.
and it was just kind of like, okay, it
Yeah.
was irritating. My gums were bruised, and every time, you're talking and certain words you say, your teeth,
Yeah.
knock together, and so it's just
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, they're
Because we thought
hurting,
maybe
and
just delay the recording a couple of days. But yeah,
yeah,
every time I checked in on you, you were still
mentally
in pain.
unstable.
Well, no, but you were in pain
You were
too.
like,
Like that's painful having
we
that
need to
work
put
done.
her on a 24-hour hold at
No.
this moment.
No, I was glad. Like sometimes I need a break. I feel like everybody needs a break at sometimes, and just kind of like step away from everything and take a few days and chill.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you did. But how was that?
Honestly, it was so nice.
It was.
This was so nice. I did not do anything. I didn't talk to anybody. It was just me. And I mean, obviously my kids, but like I didn't go anywhere.
Which are not comforting, by the way. I don't know if I would want them around in like in certain situations.
Oh no.
Like
If it's a I could honestly be dying, and my kids would be like, are you okay? But hey, did you
Carmina too.
see that this happened? I'm like, shut up and leave me alone.
Because just if my mom did that to me, if I came to her missing a tooth or anything like that, she was, and her first response is, well, let me take a picture.
She literally
Oh
did. I'm like,
no,
no, you're not fixing to send this to all your friends and be like, look what Tasha did. No,
no,
simmer down.
absolutely
And I mean,
not.
she's sitting here.
Chill.
First of all, we know she can't see, right? Okay, so what does she do? She gets her phone and turns her flashlight on. Let me see. Let me open it. No, this is. You know what? I want to die right now. And she's like, well, can I take a picture? Absolutely not.
Even though I have to say, I feel quite honored because I did get to see a picture.
You did get to see a
You
picture.
did take a picture, and I was curious, and that whole tooth was gone.
After, you know, after I simmer down, I've had a week to reflect on this. So, I said it's okay. I can show you a picture now. But also, I was at the dentist and one of my friends was like, "Send me a picture. Let me see." Shut up. No. Okay? Because all I want to do at this moment is just go lay down in the middle of
Mm-hmm.
Highway 7.
Oh no.
I just want to go just lay down during 5 o'clock traffic. Like, it's fine. Let's call it a day.
Well, you look good and you sound good because as soon as you walked to the door tonight, I
You're
was
like,
like, "Can
let
I
me
see?"
see, let me see. I'm like, okay, you know what? Don't look too
Because
hard.
I was curious, like if the temporary crown was noticeable
You're
or
like,
not.
you're like looking at it. I'm like, okay, don't make direct eye contact with it. Okay, it doesn't look super noticeable unless you're just looking at it.
It doesn't look noticeable at all. It looks fine. Well, so how was the weekend with no social media and
It was, it
disconnecting?
was fantastic. It
Really?
was
Because I may try that
honestly,
soon, honestly.
no, honestly, I feel like everyone should do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like 10 out of 10 recommend that. By Sunday, I honestly felt so good.
What'd you do though? I know you had to do something like binge watch something. I mean, come on. You had
I
to have gotten caught up on some stuff.
Okay. I don't know that I really got caught up on anything really. Um, I did do a lot of cleaning. I cleaned my house top to bottom. And
Oh,
honestly,
nice.
that was amazing because I feel like I've been so busy and just kind of running and
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like I've cleaned a little bit. I mean, obviously my house is not messy, but like how you just don't have time to really stop and thoroughly clean
Yeah.
anything. And then I took the time to do that and that felt so good. Um got the clothes that I tripped over. I did have a moment to get rid of those
Mm-hmm.
safely
Yeah.
without breaking any other bones in my body.
Mm-hmm.
Um got rid of those. Um watched a few K dramas. I'm obsessed with Korean dramas. I don't know why, but what else did I? That's about the extent of it.
That's about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and but it was nice. I highly recommend it for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Last weekend, I rested. I kind of disconnected just a little bit myself. I I don't really I don't think I really got on any type of social media except for maybe just 15, 20 minutes in the morning, having coffee and just checking my Facebook and,
Yeah,
checking in on TikTok a little bit. And then I was like, no, I'm good. And got some stuff done outside of the house on the property and everything. I need to focus on the inside of the house.
yeah,
But I was just recovering from the weekend before.
yeah,
Went on a little vacation. I was in a lot of pain by the time I got back. It was a lot of fun, but a lot of steps. Lower back was hurting. I just needed to recover. So I
yeah,
just stayed in last weekend and it was nice.
yeah. I mean,
It felt good.
my kids. One child made breakfast
Mm.
on Saturday.
Mm.
The other one brought me coffee in bed. And I was like,
I take back what I said.
you know
They can be
what?
around in a crisis
It's like,
if
I
they
love
will
you.
bring coffee in bed.
One made me coffee, the other one made me breakfast. And I was
That is bringing me coffee in bed. That's like my love language.
listen,
Oh,
you know exactly what I need right now.
see, I was the one waking up last Saturday morning making breakfast for everybody. And I had a couple of different requests for dinner over the weekend. So Saturday evening, I just cooked all the things.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm cooking everything. I cooked two different meals, knocked it all out. I was like, and y'all can eat the leftovers for the next few days, and I'm done. I'm not going back in the kitchen.
Well, honestly, I didn't cook a thing. My
That was
kids cooked.
nice.
My kids cooked everything.
I cooked a lot Saturday. I did a lot of yard work, and then I came in and I cooked. But then Sunday, nothing.
Mm.
It was nice.
Well, Saturday, Isabella made coffee. Emily made breakfast. Saturday night, Isabella cooked dinner. And so
Nice.
Sunday, we, I don't know what we did, but Isabella cooked something.
Mm.
But it was nice. So I highly recommend if anyone ever feels like they need a mental break, take your mental break and disconnect from everyone because it is amazing.
And maybe have your kids come stay the weekend so
Yeah.
they can bring you coffee.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Honestly, had I
I
not
feel
done
like my
that,
kids would do that.
sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, I feel like had I not done it, I probably at this point would have gone postal and been in prison somewhere.
You don't need that. You don't need to be in prison.
I would have
Um,
actually lost my mind had I not taken the weekend because I actually feel good now. Like I actually feel refreshed
refreshed,
and I feel revived.
reset.
Whereas before I was like everything felt like it was
So,
just weighing on me.
okay. So now you'll be able to deal with your little Energizer bunny bestie.
Okay, well we're not gonna say that. I don't feel that refreshed. Does anyone feel that refreshed? I don't.
Yes,
Listen,
I feel like you should.
I can deal with you for maybe another week or two, and then I'll be like, you know what, Tanya, I need a break. I need a break from you, honestly. So
I'm always making all the plans, trying to do all the things. I don't know. I just got to keep myself busy.
I
I can't
know.
lay in bed. I did start a show. Well, I didn't start it over the weekend because I was just recovering and I didn't really watch much of anything. Didn't get on social media. Just did stuff around the house and then passed out once the sun was down. I did watch college football, but I
Yeah.
anyway. Um, but then this week I started watching. Is it Ed Gein?
Yeah.
Ed Gein. Okay,
Geen.
started watching that. Monsters, the whole Ryan Murphy. Um, I don't know if I'll be able to finish it. It was very disturbing, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself. You were disappointed.
I
I have
was
never heard of this
I was
guy.
so disappointed in you because you were like, I've never heard of him until
I
now. I'm like, what do you mean you've never heard?
mm,
And oddly, I'm like, I really need you to up your knowledge of serial killers
yes,
because
I thought I was pretty knowledgeable in that era, in that area. And then I started watching this and I found out that certain movies were based off of him.
yeah,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Psycho, and I believe there was another one,
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs. I'm like, okay, well, I've seen 2 out of 3 of those movies. I've never seen Psycho. No, 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 no. Um, Alfred Hitchcock has always really freaked me
Wait,
out.
are you the friend that has very limited knowledge of movies? That's
I
you.
mean, of
Wait a
horror
minute.
movies,
Wait a
yes.
minute. This is bringing me back to all these conversations of movies that you had never seen.
I've,
And I was so disappointed. So now it makes
Look,
sense.
I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre and I
Okay.
have seen Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
I have not seen Psycho. Again, that's too much for me.
It's not any worse than Texas
I
Chainsaw
had a
Massacre.
hard well, I had a really hard time watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Silence of the Lambs. That was just chilling.
And you were the one who
But I
thought you were going to
never
watch The Long Walk just to see what it was about the last time we.
Okay, so see, I'm I have to be in the mood for scary movies like a couple of times a year.
Okay.
Okay? Not often. But curiosity always gets the best of me. I hear
Hmm.
people talking about certain movies. I see it on social media and I'm like, this really isn't my thing, but I'm just curious. Just really
Yeah.
curious. And that's why I started watching the Ed Gein story on Netflix. And it is very disturbing because Aunt Jackie is in it
Yeah.
from Roseanne. She what's her Laurie
Lori
Metcalf?
Metcalf. Hmm.
Yeah, she's in it. Um I didn't like seeing that side of her. I think it was pretty early on into the first episode. I mean, you see all of her.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see Aunt Jackie's bush.
Okay.
Okay, we're just gonna say it. I didn't want to see that. It was very disturbing.
Very
Okay, on so many levels. I just,
not Aunt Jackie's
I
bush.
just, my jaw dropped, and I was just like, I don't. And
Well,
I remember looking away from the TV, and I'm like, I don't think I can watch this show.
Aunt Jackie's
But
bush.
it was like a train wreck, and I couldn't look away. And after the first episode, I was like, okay, I just got to see how the second episode. Um, I started the third episode last night, and then I was just like, I could feel myself just getting sick, just like, okay, I can't do this anymore. So I turned it off, and I had to turn on the Golden Girls for a while. I told you I was probably going to have to
You
do that, and
did.
I did. I was like, let me watch the Golden Girls. I need something happy, something positive, because that that's just a lot, and I'm kind of on the fence right now whether or not I want to finish it. Let's be honest, I'm probably going to finish it just out of sheer curiosity,
Yeah.
and I've started something and I want to see it through.
Yeah.
But I'm very very disturbed by this story.
Well, see, here's the reason because I told you I had not watched it.
Hmm.
And honestly, I have not watched any of the monster series.
Yeah, neither have I.
But I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of it, first of all of the stories, because the first one was Dahmer,
Yeah.
and then the Menendez brothers,
Mhm.
and now Ed Gein.
Mhm.
Okay. All of the stories are traumatizing enough and
Mhm.
disturbing enough that they don't really need to be souped up and made more dramatic
Yeah.
for TV,
Mhm.
but it is. And there's so many things that are not accurate and made up. I have a
Yeah.
hard time with watching like a series that is based off of something where they just have to make up half of it,
Yeah.
because a lot of the stuff that's happened, and I keep seeing, spoilers about it, and I'm like, that didn't actually happen. I've listened to too many things. It's almost
Yeah.
like when you read a book about something and then they make a movie about it and you're like, that's not what happened. That's not
Mhm.
what happened in the book. It's almost like here's a news story
Mhm.
of something terrible that happened. Someone was a serial killer. And then they make it bigger and it's like, no,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
false.
Ryan Murphy is good at doing that. I never watched the one with the Menendez brothers in Dahmer. I'm very familiar with those cases anyway. I've
Yeah.
watched so many things over the years. Very familiar. So I didn't really care to watch the show. But I'm familiar with Ryan Murphy's work. I did watch American Horror Story for a while.
Mhm.
Those first few seasons, I was glued.
Yeah.
Again, some of the most disturbing things I have ever watched. Um, it shook me. But so did this. But like I said, I was seeing a lot of TikTok videos about it, people talking about it. So
Yeah.
curiosity just got the best of me. I
Yeah.
wish it hadn't, because now I got to see it
And
through.
honestly, I want to watch it, but at the same time, I don't know. I know I'll get frustrated by it.
I got to the part where there are preserved lady parts.
Oh, yeah.
Um, Again, I was shocked because I'm not familiar with the serial killer. Shame on me. I thought I was, you know,
All
pretty
of my
familiar with all of my
friends,
serial killers, but this one I was not.
all of my friends have to have a vast serial killer knowledge.
And I feel like with this, because once I finish watching it, I'm gonna go down a hole. I'm gonna do more research. I'm gonna watch more things
Yeah.
just out of curiosity. So then I will be up to snuff on my serial killers for
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
But
Thank you
yeah,
for educating
it
yourself for
was
me.
it was it was very disturbing. I don't And I kind of hate this about myself right now, that I got to see it through, that I'm this curious, that even though it is disturbing me to my core, I'm probably going to finish watching it.
Well, it was disturbing enough on its own,
Yes.
but I feel like for entertainment value, they felt the need to make it even more disturbing,
Mhm.
which was really not needed, but
Cuz I mean, even today I was reading up a little bit about his story and the
mhm.
cases and everything else. So I've already started the research and reading up on it. Um yeah, so I anyway, I started that show. I should have watched something else. I don't know. Um I did watch another documentary over the weekend on Hulu, Death in Apartment 603, the
Mhm.
Ellen Greenberg, they ruled it a suicide, then they ruled it a homicide, then they ruled it back a suicide.
Mhm.
I will never understand why they thought that was a suicide to begin with.
No, no.
When you look at it, like, instantly, I was like, what is going on
Yeah,
here?
no.
Like, who paid who in this
Right.
case? That has to be the most corrupt case I've ever come across, because she was stabbed 20 plus times.
Yeah. And
You
it's
don't
like,
do that to yourself.
right, who just I'm gonna kill myself. So here we go. Stab, 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 stab. No one's gonna do
And,
that.
and, and no one is going to do that. So I got pretty heated watching that documentary
Yeah.
over the weekend. I was really upset about it.
You know what I did do?
Mm.
I watched the season finale, Love After Lockup. Okay. Now, here's the thing. So, Friday, I was mentally unwell on Friday, and
Hmm.
I had my feel of the day.
You needed a break. Yes.
So, I laid down and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna lay down. It's gonna make me feel better. I'm gonna watch Love After Lockup. It
Hmm.
always makes me feel, it always brightens my mood because these people are such a shit show.
Train wrecks.
Okay. So I was like, this is gonna make me feel so much better, right? So
Hmm.
I lay down. And then the next day I get up and I'm like, I'm seeing stuff and I'm like, I don't remember that from Love After Lockup. Where's that from? I realized I fell asleep probably like 15 minutes into the show.
Oh no.
I was like, okay, no, I don't remember. I don't remember any of this. So then Saturday, I watched it again, and it did make me feel better. It made me feel better about myself
Hmm.
because I was like, these people are absolutely bananas.
I like watching shows like that
I
that
know.
make you feel so much better about your life.
Me
I love
too.
it.
I
Maybe
me
I need to
too.
watch Life After Lockup. Love After Lockup. Maybe.
Well, it's love after lockup, but right now
Love
it's
After
it's
Lockup.
life after lockup because right now it's like their life after they've been locked up
Hmm.
or after they've gotten home.
Because that's it. That's the reason why I watched Hoarders for so long. Made me feel so better about my house. The nastiest show, but I loved it.
I'm gonna lie, that's why I watch my 600-pound life. I watch my 600-pound life for the same reason. And then listen, it always has a, the opposite effect on me. Okay, first of all, I sit down, and this is terrible to say. I sit down with my, pizza and all my greasy food, and I watch my 600-pound life, and then I'm like, okay, here's these people, they're crying and telling their story and all this
Mhm.
other stuff, and I'm just like, I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, I'm feeling good about myself right now. Then they're like, oh, and here's my husband. I'm like, shit, you know what, they have a husband and I don't. Here I am. Just gain the weight, Tasha. Just do it.
But for all the wrong reasons, though, because I've watched some of those episodes, and when the
They don't
person
have to
actually
work.
starts doing well and doing better, like losing all the weight and putting in the work and getting healthier, all of a sudden, that spouse, that husband is gone.
But you know
They're like,
what?
you know what? Never
These
mind.
men are taking care of these women while they sitting at home not doing nothing. You know what? I was already almost there. I lost a tooth. I was like, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Although I couldn't eat because I was like, I can't eat with no teeth in my mouth. I don't know how people do it, but I was like, you know what? I'm on my way. I'm on my way. And I could go and meet Doctor Now because we all know he's my hero.
He's your
He
screensaver.
is my screensaver, and I have him on my refrigerator. And on my refrigerator it says, "Why you eat so much?" I'm like, you know what, Doctor Now? I don't know. Okay, they get to go have therapy. You know what? I'm like, maybe they're onto something here. Maybe they've got it figured out, and I don't.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
You know what?
But
What does it say? Have that cupcake, sis. Have
have
that
that
cupcake.
cupcake.
It's my life motto.
Mm.
So every time I open my refrigerator, Dr. Now is there looking at me, judging me, saying, "Why you eat so much?" I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's hilarious.
It's my life. You know you're on a downward spiral when you're watching my 600-pound life, and you're like, maybe they have it figured out, and I don't.
I don't think they do. No,
But I was
don't do
thinking,
that.
though, like maybe if I gained a whole bunch of weight,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and then I had to have weight loss surgery, right? Okay.
Okay.
Then my insurance, if I worked really hard and I got skinny, then my insurance would pay for me to have fat removal, skin removal, right? Because they won't pay for it
Yeah.
now, and I need some skin removed. But the insurance would pay for it if I just got really big and lost a lot of weight. And then I could have a tummy tuck. But then I could go on TV and maybe they would pay for it. Do
You've
you
got it
see where
all
I'm
figured
going
out.
here?
Okay, I see where you're going here. This is where my mind is going too.
Even Mama June has men after her, and I'm like, she didn't have any teeth either.
It's just about the money, though.
But I would have money. That's the
That is
other thing.
true. You
That's
would
the
have
other thing.
money.
I would have money, which I don't now. So,
You don't want to be like Mama June. Let's
listen, her
not do
life is
that.
not looking that bad right now.
I,
She can't see,
I
but
don't.
but dang it, she got some money.
Have you seen her feet? Have you
Listen,
seen her feet?
listen. First of all, when I knocked my tooth out, okay, I just kept pulling up the picture of Mama June when she was on crack and her tooth fell out, and she recorded like that for so long, and I was like, I'm Mama June. And And my kids were like, no, you don't look like Mama June. I'm like,
no, you are
I'm
not Mama June.
Mama June. I like a little crack. And my kids were like, no. What? I just kept pulling the picture up. I was like, oh, God.
Oh
But
my
yes, I've seen
goodness.
her feet. And
No. We
no,
know how you feel about feet.
we do. We do know how I feel about feet. But
You are not Mama June. And you do not need to gain 600
she was
pounds,
like,
okay?
she was full on
Let's
in
not go there.
her addiction. And her tooth fell out. And she was like, just living life with no tooth. And I was
Doing
like,
interviews and a reality show.
yeah. And I was
You
like,
could never be Mama June.
that could be me.
I couldn't even get you to record a podcast without a tooth.
Listen, I would actually have to be on crack in order to do that, okay? You give me some crack, I'll be like, okay.
Although, I mean, I wouldn't have tried to get you to record a podcast because I knew there was, as soon as you told me what had happened and that you were missing a front tooth, I was like, oh, well, no podcast this week.
I, I I have never felt so defeated in my whole life.
I know, I felt so bad for you. I was like, what is happening to my friend?
Oh,
Like, this is sucks.
and
Oh.
then when Isabella looked at me and goes, listen, if you want to go to the bathroom and cry, that's okay. I was like, shut up. You know what?
Don't
I'm
ever say
not
that to me.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm a big girl.
Don't ever say that to me.
But in fact, no, I was literally fighting the tears because I was about to sob.
Well, I'm happy to see you back this week.
Also, I need y'all to know that when you lose one tooth,
Mm-hmm.
you never realize how big your other teeth are. Because I was sitting here, I was like, I'm a monster. Why is this tooth so big? And I was sitting there and I was like, I feel like I can't even close my mouth because this other tooth is so big. I think it grew. And they were like, no, your tooth it still looks the same. And I'm like, it's huge. It's huge. And I was like, I never realized how big my teeth actually are. Don't look directly at it.
I'm not. I'm making eye contact with you.
I'm insecure.
I'm making sure to only make eye contact. I am
I'm
not
insecure.
the social media manager
Listen.
taking pictures of. She's like,
Maybe I should have recorded like this.
drink more tequila. I think I recommended that
You
last
did.
week though because you had your temporary crown on by like Wednesday, Thursday, but you were so sore, and I'm like, well, maybe if you just have a shot of tequila before we start drinking, you won't feel it.
It was literally every day. Do you think tequila would help? Shut up, Tanya. Nothing is helping. I was honestly like, nothing is gonna help me. My life is shit. It's falling apart.
Look,
like,
this is
no, it's okay.
This is how I comfort friends. You can cry on my shoulder, but I know you are not going to cry on my shoulder.
Oh.
The other option is to offer alcohol. Do you want to drink about it? We can drink about it.
The answer is yes, but in the privacy of my own home. And
we could have done that.
Obviously, I wouldn't have even. I could just drink through a straw. I could just stick it through the hole in my teeth and just sucked it off there.
Well, and I wanted to ask you if you wanted to go have dinner, do like happy hour after work, but then I was like, well, I don't even know if she can like bite into stuff or I'm just going to leave her be this week.
I can't. And you know, the plus side, I did lose 3 pounds.
There's the positive side.
The only thing I could do is eat like a baby bird.
Mm-hmm.
So after I went to the dentist the first day, I was like, I'm hungry. But obviously, I have no tooth. So what am I going to do? Like, obviously I'm not going to go home and cook. That's crazy. Because, you know, since he couldn't do it that day, I texted work and I was like, I'm not coming. Okay. I will not come. I will not step foot back in that office until I have a tooth in his mouth. Okay. You will not see me. I will. And they were like, well, you could just put a mask on. No, I will not. You will not see my face until there's a tooth in here. So I said, obviously I'm not going to go home and cook because I'm too
crazy.
traumatized.
Yeah.
I'm too traumatized to actually try to cook something.
Mhm.
And so I was trying to think, what am I going to do? Because I have no tooth. I can't go somewhere. And I was trying to think of like, okay, where can I go to get something to eat that number one, that I can eat, and number
Mhm.
two, where I don't have to make direct eye contact with
Yeah.
anyone. So here was my solution, which was brilliant. I went to Chick-fil-A, okay, because
Okay.
Chick-fil-A has the mobile through. You can order
Mhm.
online,
Mhm.
you go through, you scan, you go around, they bring you your food, you're on your way.
Mhm.
You know, you say, thank you, and you say, my pleasure, as they're walking away. Okay, that's the only contact that you really have to make with
Yeah.
them. Okay, so I was like, it's brilliant. That's what I'm going to do. So I got, because I can't bite into anything, so I got a chicken sandwich and I threw the bun away because I wanted the pickles. So that's the only reason I got a sandwich. And I cut it into little bitty bite sized pieces and I ate that. And you know what? I said, I didn't eat all those carbs anyway. It's fine.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Didn't need all of it.
I didn't eat all that. So that's what I had. And I've lost 3 pounds. So
Well, there you go. There's your positive side.
win win.
Win-win. I just hate that, you had to lose a tooth to lose a few pounds, but I
Well,
don't think that's, you know.
so I had a previously, I saw a butcher of a dentist in my past, but he did a root canal
Mhm.
on that side. And the lady at the dentist says, oh, she said, you had a root canal over there. And I was like, yeah. She said, you probably did yourself a favor by knocking that tooth out. I was like, wonderful. Thank you.
I'm going to need to know who this dentist, he doesn't practice anymore, correct?
No,
Okay.
I think he's dead, actually.
Oh,
He was
rest in peace.
terrible. When I tell you, I don't know how I have dentist phobia because he was awful.
I
And
have phobias of everybody in the medical
I
profession,
told
so
my grandmother, I said, you know what? I would have been better off going my whole life without ever brushing my teeth and seeing a dentist than going to that man. Like,
that's
I
bad.
would have done better just losing my teeth.
That's really bad.
He's awful.
Ooh.
He was really bad.
Okay. Well,
But he's passed on now.
well, okay. Rest in peace. We won't say any more about it then.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Okay. Well, so we're winding down, apparently.
Yeah.
She's counting us down. She hasn't been very active over there today, the social media manager.
She's just chilling.
She's just chill.
What is that?
She's playing
Oh,
Monopoly.
are there cats on it? Why did I see cats?
I
Oh,
thought that was cows.
okay.
I thought it was a whole farm over
First
there.
of all, I can't see.
Maybe I need to go to the eye doctor.
I know I can't see, but Isabella asked me the other day. I was driving and I hard braked, and she said, "Why do you keep doing that?" I said, "Because I see things." I was like,
Oh
I'll see like a tree stump, and I'm thinking, "Oh, it's a deer," and I'm like, "No, it's just a tree stump."
no. Okay, well,
I
I don't think I'm riding with Tasha ever in the near future.
literally nearly kill myself because I'm like, "Oh God, so it's a deer," and I'm like, "Oh no, that's actually a mailbox. It's fine."
Oh no. Okay. Well, not
One,
riding anywhere with you ever again.
one time I literally almost swerved off the road because I saw what I thought was a cat and it was a garbage bag. I was like,
Oh no. Oh
oh no, okay, okay, it's fine, we're fine. You're like squirrel.
no. Oh my goodness. Um Social media managers like I do the same thing. By the way, I go to the eye doctor
Listen,
Friday.
the last time I went to the eye doctor, he's like, so as we age, I was like, okay, shut
Oh
up.
no.
You don't have to talk to me like I'm an elderly woman.
Okay. Oh
I
no.
was so glad because we have a vast age difference. I feel like, you know what? No, my eyes are fine, okay? That was a cat. We're going to go with that was a cat.
Okay. So we all need to make various medical appointments before the end of the year. Apparently.
Definitely. I can make a list of all the appointments that I need to go to.
Oh, no, because okay, I saw a thing real quickly the other day about Depo-Provera.
Uh-huh.
There's a bunch of lawsuits out there from people that used to use it because it's causing some sort of cancer and all this kind of stuff. I was on it for a good bit. I
Like,
put my daughter on it for
oh,
just a few months
how
until
dare
I
you?
figured it out. But so now I'm scared. I'm sick. I've got something in my
Okay.
head because I'm like, oh no, I got to go to the doctor now.
Okay, Tasha.
I was on this shot for a few years, and now there's something in my brain that's gonna kill me. Yeah, see, you've rubbed off. I I saw I saw one TikTok, and now I'm dying.
No,
Like,
I I saw that this was years ago. This woman had died because she had a blood clot from something, and I was using the same thing. And I went to
oh
the doctor, and I was like, "Take me off of it now. I can't take this anymore. I think I have a blood clot." And they were like, "You actually don't."
no, yeah. So okay, we're gonna have a lot of medical appointments to discuss between here and the holidays.
I just need you to know that I am actually a doctor's nightmare. Like a nightmare.
I feel like I'm going to be one
No, it's
very
bad.
soon.
It's actually bad because I think I have everything, and the doctors are like, and I go to the doctor, and I'm like, no, really, I have this, and they were like, actually, you don't. You don't. There was one time. Do you remember when all the commercials started coming out for mesothelioma?
Yes.
And I went to the doctor like 4 times, and I was like, no, really, I have mesothelioma. And they were like, you have asthma. Shut up. Go home. The doctor's like, you literally, I'm like, I can't breathe. She was like, because you have asthma. Here's an inhaler. Go lay down.
Go lay down.
Go take a nap. You've got to stop coming in here. You don't have anything. And every time I'm like, no, really, I'm so tired. I just can't get out of the bed. I can't do anything. And they're like, we've checked your lab work. It's all normal. You're fine. I'm like, so I'm just lazy. What's wrong with me? No, I have something. I just know it. Like, why are y'all not helping me? They're like, because you don't have anything. Please
Oh,
go
oh,
home.
oh. Okay. So, okay. We'll discuss medical issues very soon.
We
I
probably shouldn't.
suspect.
We probably shouldn't, not with me, because I feel like that would be a multi-part podcast. You'd be like, okay, Tasha, it's time for bed. I gotta go to bed now, so please leave my house.
Kick you out.
This one over here would be like, wrap the shit up. Let's go.
No,
Like,
keep writing the time down on the whiteboard.
like,
Be like,
okay. Actually, you guys have been talking for 3 hours and 30 minutes now. If you could wrap it up, she'd actually just be gone. She'd actually just be
oh,
like,
she would get up and walk out. No
just
explanation, no
you
nothing,
would just
just
hear
bye.
the door slam.
Yeah, you would.
It'd be like,
She'd be
oh,
gone.
she's done with me, I guess.
She's like, I'm over y'all shit.
She's
Bye.
telling me that it's time for me to go home. I have to go home with all these medical conditions. I can't. Oh,
Oh me. Okay.
God
Well,
bless us.
we're back. It was I'm so happy you're back this week. Please
Yes.
keep the rest of your teeth in your mouth
That is my
so
goal.
we can continue
That is the goal.
to record because I was going through like withdrawals.
Yeah. I mean, like, I was upset that I didn't get to record last week, but then again, I was not upset.
Well, you needed a break, and that's great. Just because I'm sure at some point I'll need a break. It just wasn't right now.
Yeah.
So,
I
but I
don't
found other things to do to keep me
I
occupied.
don't know
So
about
all
you,
good.
because I have to be like, you can't record. Take a break. And you're like, no, really? I can't. Like, your squeaky voice. And I'm like, no, actually, dude, you're dying.
Go to
I need
bed.
you to take a nap.
Yeah. I'm the Energizer Bunny of the group.
Yeah.
So we've established this. That's
Never
okay.
gonna be me.
That's okay. That's okay.
I don't
Okay.
think anyone ever expected any different.
Okay. Well, have a great week.
Yes.
I will see you back next week.
Be careful cleaning. Keep your teeth.
Yes. Yes. Be very
That's
careful.
my sign off.
Just hire a housekeeper.
It's
Just
cheaper
hire a
that way.
housekeeper.
It's
Yes.
cheaper that way. I could have
Yes.
saved a lot of money if I hired a housekeeper.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.